Hello, awesome students. Today we're going to move on to 4.2 and write some checks. So when you open a checking account at a bank, you deposit checks and currency into an account. Then you can write checks on this account. Now, a check, of course, is a paper document, and you probably will not get checks unless you order them. So it does cost money to get checks. But there may be a time where you might have to write a check or receive a check, and it's good to know what everything means on a check. So when you write a check, you have to write out the amounts in words, okay? To write checks, you need to be able to write dollar amounts in word form with the decimal portion expressed as a fraction. So let's look at an example here. 65.29 in the word is 65 and you say 29 over 100. So this is your change part, which is exactly what we were doing when we were writing decimals as fractions. Okay, 23 and 24 over $100 is 23 and 42. So if I was going to write 26.55 as in words, okay, I would write 20, I'm sorry, a little cursive, 6 and 55 over 100. Okay, if there isn't any, so let's say it was just $26 like this, then you write 00 over 100. But you have to make sure you do write that. And that's just so nobody can come in and add something. So somebody could, if you just wrote 26, somebody could write 2600, right? And they will, the bank does look at what's written in words over what's written in just numbers. So on your, so let's look at the different parts of a check. Okay, so we have the date, we have who it's made to, we have the amount written as numbers, then we have the amount written as words, and I always draw a line so people can't write in other things there, and then your signature, which usually it matches that up there. This memo is just for your own part. You can go ahead and add something to that. So here you can see where it's made to Harry's Hardware by Manuel Romeo. And you would put the date, okay? So here you'd write the date, who it's made to, and you would do 100, 65, and 52 over 100. And then, of course, that person would sign it. Okay? So you can see all those different parts. So let's start out with the top of your notes. You have 6 times where you have to mount them right in words. So this is 10 and 91 over 100. Okay? So what you want to do is pause the video, write all of these out. Okay, now this is a little bit challenging because it's 1,000. So if you don't know how to spell 1,000, there's 1,000. And here is 100. Sorry, a little sloppy. I don't write very well with this pen. Okay, so just do the best you can with spelling and write those out. Pause, and then check your answers. Great. So one thing I want to say about your answers when you're checking the answers is this says no 100. I think you can put that, but I would definitely put 00 in there just so somebody wouldn't change that to a different amount. So whenever there isn't anything here, remember you still have to do it. Okay? Now let's look at actually writing out some checks. So we're going to, these are on your notes. We're going to compete. We are going to, sorry about that. We are going to write out this check here. So you're going to use today's date, so whatever that would be. So the date that I'm making this would be 12/6/24. You're going to make it out to Hartman Dental Clinic. Kind of hard to me to get that all in there. I'm going to make it out for $86.97, and then here I'm going to write out 86 and 97 over 100. And then they signed their name for you, Marie Service. So you're going to write out these two and pause the video, write these out, and then check your answers. Okay, here are the two ones written out. So you want to make sure you do that correctly. You will have to be writing out some checks, so you want to make sure. I will not give you the practice until I know the notes are complete. Have a great rest of your day.